Alright, so if you're looking for a new place to go for a relaxing stroll, take a date for an adventure or a romantic walk, or even go on an adventure throughout history, time, and some beautiful landscapes, then look no further than Los Angeles' very own Arboretum. With plenty of wildlife spread throughout the park, including plenty of peacocks who clearly aren't afraid of any human interaction. Just be warned, be careful bringing snacks around them though, as they may steal your snacks right in front of you. There's plenty of trails to explore here, and no, they're not terribly hard to walk through. If anything, most of the trails are very family friendly, which makes for anything from a nice meditation to a green thumb's paradise. It also makes for some pretty cool stock footage for future projects. Well, as you can already see, in this trail alone, there have been several interactions already with either wildlife or plants, with the end containing a giant thicket of branches that, if you so choose to, you can bring out the little kid in you and climb up to the top. I surely did. When's the last time you climbed up to the top of a tree? Okay, so once you leave the thicket, you end up back at the center of the park again. It was Mother's Day the day we went, so there was a taco stand selling churros, agua frescas, and, you guessed it, tacos. Now, while people were eating and enjoying their day at the park, peacocks came to socialize with humans as they took their pictures. And yeah, that part I mentioned about the peacock stealing your snacks, well, it happened, and it happened to us. This one especially was a huge douchebag, so viewer be warned, don't ever share your snacks with peacocks. The Los Angeles County Arboretum is a massive 127-acre property located in the heart of Arcadia, California, which is in the San Gabriel Valley region, for all of you who are not familiar with California. If you are familiar with either the Santa Anita Racetrack or the 626 Night Market, which is usually held annually at the racetrack parking lot, the Arboretum is located literally right next to it. As you can see, over time, I've kind of gotten a little bit of a hand trying to film some B-roll footage, which is basically background footage such as this. In this scene, I'm trying to film a flower. As you could see from the previous cut, I practically filmed the flower pretty well without a bee on it, but the bee clearly didn't want to be filmed, so I tried not to get stung in the process. So I just ended up just redoing the shot that I did in the last frame. Now, here's where the fun adventure begins. Within the paved paths are several dirt paths that lead you to different locations around the park. Nothing potentially challenging, but still fun and relaxing enough to walk through if you want to take the unpaved road. This particular path we went on led all the way to a little grove where there's bamboo trees and a small pond nearby. It's pretty remarkable how much wildlife exists here in the Arboretum. Here in the middle of these few frames, you're going to see a few turtles swimming by. I have no idea how in the world these turtles can swim underwater, but I guess if you're amphibious enough and you've lived in these waters for so long, I guess you get used to it. Among some of the other birds and wildlife that weren't afraid of human interaction during my time in the Arboretum are these geese. Fun fact, I didn't know geese actually hiss at you. At least this mother geese in the back did. Ah, yeah. At last, the calming sight of waterfalls. The Mayberg waterfalls are a ways away from the entrance. It takes you quite the walk to get over there, but it's totally worth the view at the very end. Best of all, the very right of it, if you like a slightly challenging but well-paced hike up a set of stairs, there's a set of stairs that bring you to the top of the waterfall and give you quite the breathtaking view overlooking the San Gabriel Valley Mountains. So yeah, just some of my takeaways from the visit. For a 127-acre property, there's definitely a lot more history behind the area than you realize, containing parts that are from Hollywood films to the remaining estate of one of California's biggest real estate moguls. There's also sections in the park with plants from different parts of the world. And yes, there are trails within them too that are worth walking, hiking, and exploring through. Going through the entire park, including all of the random trails and sections, however, would take you a good 3 to 4 hours depending on how much time you take to walk. Whether you need a good recovery day after a long week, or you are looking to plan an amazing but inexpensive date during the day or after a meal, this is definitely a place worth checking out. Lastly, if you are hungry after your visit, there's a massive selection of restaurants and eateries within the area. Especially if you like Korean barbecue, boiling pot, otherwise known as shabu shabu for some of you, some of the best pastrami sandwiches and fries to ever exist on the planet, and all varieties and types of ice cream, including, yes, Thai ice cream rolls. The city of Arcadia and the neighboring cities of San Gabriel and Highland Park offer a wide variety of Korean barbecue and ice cream places to head on to after the visit. Links for some of my suggested places to go around the area are going to be in the description below. As always, my friends, like, comment, and subscribe to the video. We'll see you on the next one.